welcome to Pub Football Preview. We're looking ahead to this weekend's Premier League fixtures. Like the page, subscribe to the channel, like this video as well, please. And of course, follow us on Instagram at pub_football. Tonight, Friday night, there's Friday night football tonight in the Premier League. It's never something that's sat well with me, Friday night football. I'm not a massive fan. I feel like Saturday's when it should kick off. But we do have a game, 8 o'clock at Villa Park. Aston Villa against Leeds United. Big game. Villa have got to be favourites, but, you know, Leeds have started the season really well.
Yeah, Villa could go top of the league tonight, which would be incredible to see, wouldn't it? And obviously Leeds have got a lot of injuries at the moment. I think Calvin Phillips is out, isn't he? So that's a big blow to them. So I've got a feeling it's going to be a home win. 2-0, mate.
I was going to say 2-1. I think Leeds will score. Leeds look pretty tasty going forward, apart from against Wolves, of course. But, I agree with you. On to tomorrow's games when football should kick off on Saturday. 12:30, London Stadium. West Ham United will be buoyed from their comeback against Spurs, hosting Manchester City. So it doesn't get any easier for them. I'm gonna say away win. I know that there's no crowds in, but I still think West Ham are better on the road than they are at home.
Agreed. Obviously, a great result last Sunday. Absolutely brilliant. Obviously, I don't really rate Man City at the moment. They struggled past Porto in the week. They can't really defend, and I think Fernandinho is out as well now. So, there's a kind of list of injuries kind of stacking up over there, but I think they're going to nick it. They've got quite a good track record at West Ham Stadium, and I think they've always been sort of 4-5-1. So, let's say 2-1, I think.
I'm going to go 4-1. I think City will turn it on.
Oh, what?
I do.
Okay.
If West Ham start the way they did against Spurs, City won't let them back in, and they'll keep going. No. 3 o'clock kickoff, Fulham at Crystal Palace. The classic kickoff time only gets one game at the moment on Saturday. This is boring. I actually think Fulham might get their first win of the season. I don't know. Mitrovic will probably have a point to prove after last weekend and might prefer playing against a team like Palace where he can sort of mix it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the other way. I think Palace are going to win. Counter-attacking, I think they'll win 2-0. I think Fulham are doomed.
I think Fulham will get a win soon. They're not as bad as Derby were. So I think I'm 1-0. I think they might nick it. And, it's always easy to bet against Palace, even though they seem to prove us wrong all the time. The biggest game of the week. Yeah. The biggest game of the weekend's at 5:30 at Old Trafford. Man United against Chelsea. Both teams Man United got a good win anyway in the Champions League. Massive away at PSG. Fans are getting carried away, of course, because they won against PSG. But let's not forget that Man United have been pretty terrible through most of this season. They made a meal of it last weekend against Newcastle. I know it was 4-1, but 1-1 in the 87th minute doesn't breed confidence. Chelsea are great going forward, terrible at the back. I don't really know. I think it's going to be an exciting draw.
Yeah, I agree. It's got the recipe for goals, isn't it? Because neither team can particularly defend very well. I did watch United game in the week. Fair play to them, played really well, but their league form is absolutely atrocious. So they're so hit and miss at the moment. I think it's the same with Chelsea as well. Just can't quite get their kind of main 11 together and playing very well at the moment. And that back four is absolutely awful. So I think it's going to be 2-2.
I was going to say 2-2 as well. God, we're
lovely
today, almost. Liverpool, Sheffield United at 8 o'clock tomorrow, so Saturday. This is a must-win now for Liverpool because they haven't won 2 in a row for what? How long has it been since they were 2 games without a win? It's incredible. But it's also a must-win for Sheffield United. They've plummeted right down into the relegation zone. They've got, a point this season? A couple of points? They haven't won yet. It's been really bad. And this is a good game for Liverpool without Virgil van Dijk because Sheffield United look so poor up front. I'd chuck Ryan Brewster in because at least he has trained with the players, so he might know some of their weaknesses and he'll have a point to prove.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think obviously Sheffield United's been awful so far and I don't see that changing tomorrow, unfortunately. I think Liverpool, good result in the week against Ajax, probably just about held on towards the end, but clean sheet, which makes a change because Adrian's been terrible. And I think they're going to win about 3-0, I think.
3. I'm only going to go 2-0. You go 2-0. I'd like to see Brewster score. I'd be really happy if Brewster scores, actually. Just coming back to the club that's let him go. On to Sunday's game, Southampton-Everton. 2 teams in quite good form, I think. It'd be interesting to see. I would assume Ancelotti will stick with Pickford, even though they've got the new goalkeeper in. but he's going to be under the spotlight again because not only is he making mistakes, he's now injuring players as well. This is a tricky one to call for me, but I'm tempted to go away win, and I'll give you my score prediction before I let you go straight away. I'm going to go 2-1.
Yeah, as you say, it could be a cracking game, actually. Both sides play good football. Obviously, Villa trying to keep their form going. I think James might be injured. I'm not sure.
He's out.
He is. That could be a bit of an issue. But to be fair, when Iwobi stepped in, he's done okay. So they've got players who have done all right. Yeah, I think he's left, mate. I've got a feeling he's going, but he might have done. I'm not sure. But yeah, Calvert-Lewin obviously banging in goals at the moment. I expect that to continue. I think they're going to win 3-1.
Oh, wow. Okay. On to 4:30, Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Newcastle United. I actually think this game's going to be quite dull, and I think Wolves are going to scrape it again. Yeah,
agreed. I think, again, Wolves have been really poor so far this season, haven't they? They haven't really got going at all. Dharma Traore's barely turned up this season. I thought he was going to have another blinder, and he's just completely disappeared. But yeah, I think, as you say, it's going to be tight. It's not going to be particularly good to watch. I think it's going to be 1-0.
I think it's going to be 1-0 Wolves. Bernard is still at Everton, by the way.
Oh, he is. Oh, he's still there.
And 7:15, Arsenal, Leicester. But I think both teams really need to win this.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, both won in the week. Arsenal less convincingly against a really poor Austrian side. But Thomas Partey played very well, supposedly, which is good to see.
And Aubameyang.
Aubameyang finally scored. Pays back a bit of his contract, doesn't it, for once? So, yeah, and obviously Ozil's completely out of the picture now, which is a bit of a shame. But
he's not.
He can't. No, that's a big call. That's a massive call to do that, and I'm not quite convinced by it, to be honest. But it's going to be tight. Leicester played quite well in the week. I know their league form's been pretty poor in places. I think we might nick it 1-0.
I'm going to go
1-0 to the Arsenal.
I'm going to go 1-0 to the Arsenal. I'm going to go 1-1. I think both teams are very, very similar, very even at the moment. On to Monday night football. Brighton versus West Brom at 5:30. Well, Brighton will play well. Brighton will create a lot of chances. But West Brom might be able to get something out of this. Brighton haven't been able to convert those chances into wins. I think they'll have enough, but I could have said that 4 times this season already.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. They dominate the ball. They create the chances. They just don't score goals. And I've got a feeling they will on Monday night. I've got a feeling they might properly roll over West Brom. I think they're going to win 3-0.
2-0. I'm going to go 2. 2 Brighton, by the way, not West Brom. But this is a good chance for West Brom to pick up some points on the road.
It is. Yeah, definitely.
Burnley Tottenham at Turf Moor. I don't like going to Turf Moor as a Tottenham fan. It is never comfortable. It's never easy. And Tottenham played well in midweek. Tottenham played really well last weekend for the majority of the game. They just capitulated. They should dominate the ball. I think Tottenham should score, but something about this fixture that worries me.
Yeah, I agree. There is something about Burnley, isn't it? I wouldn't be surprised if you got rolled over 2-0 or you win 4-0. It's one of those where you don't quite know what Burnley side are going to show up. And as you say, Spurs have been good recently. Very unfortunate last Sunday, but obviously we had a laugh about it. But I think...
Well, you did.
I think you're going to... Well, I did. I loved it. Yeah, I think you're going to nick it 1-0. I think Kane's going to continue to bang in the goals.
You know, I'm going to go 3-1. I just feel Tottenham are that good, but I'm saying this out of almost blind confidence. There is a feeling in the pit of my stomach that it could go the other way, and that's almost me just covering my back. For Tuesday, when you give me stick for it. Anyway, that was Pub Foot with Miles and Jimmy, previewing all the games this weekend. I've got to try and get this video up by the time the 8 o'clock kickoff kicks off. Friday night football, it just gets in the way.
It's for Championship sides Friday night, not Premier League.
Yeah, I need to calm down. Cheers.
Cheers.
Getting it all together, we'll get it.